Welcome back, Harbros, to the Harbro channel, a channel for the Harbros, a place where we do reviews and commentary on sales that are happening, that are going on, that will be happening, not just at Harbor Freight, but at multiple places, wherever we can find deals. And today, I want to do the video. I actually made the video Thursday evening. It was about to release, but then we had some hiccups. But I did a comparison of the physical Black Friday ad versus the electronic version of the ad, because Harbor Freight almost always adds a couple more pages or items, and they fix some things within the electronic ad as soon as they release it. So it's always interesting to see, especially since the sale starts tomorrow for ITC and it goes through December 1st. Good to know what is available to us. If you find this useful, please consider, I can actually do this now, please consider liking and or subscribing and or hyping the video. Support now is probably more important than ever, and I appreciate all the support that I've gotten. Everyone's been super kind, and I appreciate everybody for the kind words. So thank you. But let's jump right in. And actually, before we jump right in, who got their free tool? Who got their free tool over the weekend? Technically, you might still have some time by the time this comes out, but it's free tool weekend. You have your Hardy gloves, your 4-inch magnet parts holder, and your Gordon scissors. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you came up with. And now let's jump in. So, I'm going to move myself over slightly. And here is the electronic ad. And we'll just kind of jump in a few places here. First place that I noticed there was a change was the hat. The hat was listed for higher in the original ad. It's now 50% off, showing $346, normally $7, but steeper discount on the hat. They did give it away free recently with any purchase, if I recall correctly. And then before that, they had with any purchase that was like $30, which was kind of nuts. But at 50% off, if you haven't got the hat yet and you want it, $346 is not too bad. Does not beat free though. And then of course, focus real quick on the main flyer, the 40% off all icon ratchets. It does clearly say excludes ratchet service sets, but now that the ad is clickable, it only includes ratchets, just ratchets, not the meme sets, not any of the service sets, just ratchets. So that's clarified. 30% off Daytona. That's 30% off only the floor jacks. I think there were some questions about the dollies or maybe the bottle jacks, but it is only the Daytona floor jacks. Still solid deal. And then 30% off Apache, 40% off Hardy gloves. Nothing too crazy there. We didn't really look into those. Those are relatively straightforward. The next big change, without, of course, things moving around, was the US General Alert Mini Steel Toolboxes. Now, the regular 3 are available at $13, 31% off, and then the 3 new colors are now $14.99, 21% off. But if you're a Harbro, you know that a couple weeks ago, there was the 30% off of anything $20 and under, which all the colors qualified for. And so the deals a couple weeks ago were actually better because some of the mini steel toolboxes were on instant savings. So they were already $15 and you got the 30% off. The new colors were at the $18.99, but they were 30% off anyways because they were below $20. So not that these deals are bad, just they were pretty good a couple weeks ago. Then of course, the Bauer 1800 PSI portable electric pressure washer, $69.99, very nicely priced, $50 off. That's a good deal, great deal, I would say. US General Alert for the 5-drawer mechanics cart, $200, $80 off. We have seen it down to $189, but still not a bad deal. This was the other big change. They've included an additional US General roll cab. And here are the two, the 42-inch by 22-inch, $529, $70 off. And then the 56-inch roll cab, $789, $110 off. So that was an addition. Quick spotlight on the Quinn Master Technicians tool set, or 28-piece, $299.99, $130 off. I do believe this has gone up in price, but still a solid deal. The Quinn set gets brought up a lot of questions. And then actually, just as a side note, I know I have a green screen. I don't know what to put on there yet or what to have in my background. Maybe it'll just be the logo. But if that green is too blaring, please let me know and I'll switch the color. One of the other big changes was they've now included more Hercules. I think there was maybe one Hercules tool that was on sale in the physical ad. They've now added a few. There's a 20-volt brushless cordless half-inch compact 4 mode. Tool only 28% off, $49.99. Used to be $69.99. Was nice. They now have the 20 volt 5 amp hour extended performance lithium ion battery bundle 2-pack, not Shakur, $40 off, $94.99. The random orbit palm sander with soft start, 27% off, $40. This is now on the ad. I don't think it was on the previous ad. And then the 550-pound universal aluminum mobile folding miter saw stand at $150, $30 off. So additional Hercules alert now included in the digital flyer. And then this whole portion here on Bauer tools, I don't believe was in the last one. They've added a bunch more Bauer tools, a bunch more Bauer power tools. Same thing, they got some batteries. Now, I've been told in the past, I've seen it in the comments, and I feel like most of the time it checks out, but I've seen some where it doesn't check out. Allegedly, and we could probably look at the price history, but if it's in a red circle, it's supposed to be the lowest price outside of direct sales. But anyways, an assortment of the Bauer tools with some discounts on the Bauer batteries. So that was a big change to the electronic flyer. Point out the $80 off of the Atlas battery. That's nuts. It's a great deal. What is that? Roughly 30% off. I think they beefed up the McGraw air compressor portion of it. A few more options there. And then quick note, liquidation sale. One place that you could find a killer deal is always in the open box as is discounted closeout section. Because sometimes if you're friendly enough with your store manager, they will stack some of the main flyer deals. So keep that in mind. Icon seat $99.99 is like 4,000 rockin'. The 3-ton Daytona jack stands at $35 is like 3.6 rockin'. Not great, not terrible. Tarps for the tarp bros. They've added a yellow bar of tarps with the exception of the American flag, but they have some great deals. 41% off of the 7x9 foot all-purpose tarps and some of the extreme duty weather resistant tarps. Those have been added. But those are just some of the highlights I wanted to do. Let's move this out of the way and center ourselves back again. Black Friday's this week. What lists have you prepared? I know the Harbros have been preparing their list probably for a bit. Who's going to be there early tomorrow? What are you going to get? Or is this a sale that you might be passing on? Either way, I'd like to know. Let me know in the comments how you've prepped so far. And as always, happy Harbor freighting, happy shopping, good luck out there. And as soon as I have some more deals, I will send them your way. I'm probably not ever going to do that. Good luck out there.